Hey guys, thank you so much for taking time off on a day on Holi. It's a day off, but hopefully the traffic wasn't so bad. But thanks so much for coming. Firstly, I'd like to really thank the entire team for helping us put this together. So let's have a round of applause for the team. Second, Secondly, there is one person in this room that helped me and helped many as well, kind of conceptualize this whole thing. But we haven't really said thank you to her as yet. But she's been, essentially the backbone, and I mean, one of the most important people in terms of me brainstorming the ideas, brainstorming what we do, what the topics are going to be. Of course, Minnie has Minnie as well. Apart from Minnie, there's another person that I brainstorm with quite a lot, which is, Neha. She's right at the back there. I'd like to really, thanks. Most of my ideas, most of the events, every time we kind of, I have an idea, brainstorm it with her, brainstorm it with Minnie, try to sort of say, hey, you know what, now, does this make sense? Do you think this is something that people would buy? But yeah, so apart from that, more than anything, thanks to Sister Sweat's team that's really helped us, bring the crowd, share the information, make sure that we're able to get the message across to everyone. And if anything, Oops to Opportunity was born out of, to give you guys some context, born out of, a hard time, right? So we had hard times. We constantly kept thinking about why is it that failure is, again, always anchored to a success story? Why is that when something fails, we don't talk about it? Why is it when we get a business that we raise funding and it crashes and burns, no one's willing to talk about it? But we only want to talk about these businesses that succeed. We only want to talk about these things that we do that, that can put us in the spotlight and give us a stage to talk about, right? So that was essentially the narrative that we wanted to change. What we definitely wanted to do was bring people that make a difference to, let's say, society in general, and also change the narrative in terms of failure, because success isn't all that beautiful after all, right? Because we are paying a price, like Sanjana rightly said, we are paying a price to kind of get to where we got to. It's always not easy. There are ups, there are downs. It looks good on paper, it looks good on social media, but what goes in the background is not as easy as it looks, right? Coming back to when growth, our second topic, which was about growth, sometimes growth is right in your face. Sometimes growth is just patience, right? Sometimes it's pain. And we can't say what's what. We don't know where we are. And one thought I think that that leaves us, the conversation in general leaves us with, is maybe where we are today could seem like the peak of what state we are in, but it's maybe just another growth phase, and we may be somewhere else tomorrow. So that is something that I think it's important that we pay attention to. And lastly, the first topic, Mithila, I really loved listening to you speak to. The topic of progress, again, success isn't just necessarily, again, about the highlight reels, right? Progress is slow, progress is quiet. Progress does not make any noise, but you see it. If you play a sport, you're at the gym, you're lifting weights, it never comes all of a sudden. You're never suddenly deadlifting 150 kilos, right? You started at 50, you started at 40, but it comes in very, very slowly. And if there's a thought that I think that I would think we should leave with here today, is that having a moment of oops is perfectly normal, like that, for those that are fumbling, falling, and finding their way. And I think we all are, in one way or the other, trying to find our way through the chaos of life. But that, in essence, is the journey by itself. And that's exactly what we'd like to adhere and pay attention to while we kind of put these platforms together. But thank you again. Thank you so much for being part of the evening, and have a lovely day. Thank you.